I really freaking manifested this. This is just me not boasting. This is me saying it's so possible for you. That is when they can come in. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Holly, and on this channel we talk about everything spirituality, self-development, mindset, and today, friends. Specifically friends that aren't toxic and that we actually like and get along with, that are good for our mental health. Specifically those. I manifested this late 2020. I literally wrote down as my manifestation to be filming this YouTube video on how to manifest your high vibe friend, which is just crazy to me. I just love it. Thank you. And by sharing my story with you, I really hope this instills the belief that it's possible for you to manifest as well. When I heard other people share their stories, I was like, wow, this is really possible, so I hope I can do the same for you. I know how hard it is being in a situation where maybe you have friends, maybe you don't, and you are wanting friends that is in alignment with you, who you are now, not where you were and where you are going. And I was in that situation where I had some friends around me that were fine. Like, there wasn't really anything wrong with them, but I noticed since developing my spiritual journey that they were just like a bit bitchy and a bit like talking about other people, and I was like meditating and shit. I was on this self-development hype, this spirituality hype where I wanted to be around people that were the same as me. It's not the norm to be meditating daily, wanting to improve yourself. That's not the norm. So it was very hard to be in that situation where I was like, I'm surrounded by these people that I don't even really like. Like, they're fine, but do I really like them as a person? And I was questioning it, and I was like, fuck it. And I just cut everyone out. Like, I really cut everyone out in 2020 and just worked on myself. Like, people that weren't serving me, I was just like, and as bad as that seems, it really isn't, because when you think of the energetics of friendships, cutting people out is for both of your benefits, because obviously you're not in alignment. They are holding you back, but in a sense you're holding them back because you don't feel able to give them all of yourself. And there is someone out there that is so aligned for you. By not cutting these people out and staying with them, you are actually keeping that person away from you, and they need you as much as you need them. And also for your friends at the moment, they also have, I'm getting the spiritual goosebumps all over, so this is hitting home. Those friends that you have now, by you staying with them, you are also keeping them from meeting people that are aligned with them. There just comes to a point where you can't keep trying with someone, and you do just have to let them go. And honestly, it's so freeing. Even if you're on your own for a bit, it feels so good to get away from that negative energy. Cut them out so you can make way for the new. The energetics of manifestation. Cut out the old to make way for the new. If you want to change your style, let's say, there has to be space in your wardrobe. And if your wardrobe is full of crap, how can the universe give you what you want if you don't have room for it in your life? Shoo them away in a nice way. That rhymed. So the next tip is trust your intuition, trust your gut, inner guidance, that gut feeling that's like, yes, this feels good, or something feels off here. That's your intuition speaking, and intuition is always right, my friends. It is literally like training a muscle. The more you listen to it, whatever the logic says, the more you start to trust it, the louder it becomes, because you've trained that inner guidance muscle. So I really wanted to manifest aligned friends. Within 6 months to a year, the best possible friend came into my life. The alignment for that to happen was crazy. And then when we met up, it was like we'd known each other for years. Like, we met off Instagram, and usually I'm very hesitant to like actually face-to-face meet up with someone unless I've talked to them for a while, then like a background check or whatever. But I listened to my inner guidance and I was like, this was safe, this was good, I'm gonna go do it. And we just literally met up. It's so out of character for me. If I was looking at the logic, I wouldn't have done that. I would have been like, you know, who is this girl? I don't know who she is, I don't know who her family is, I don't know anything about her, and I'm just gonna go and meet her. I did, and that's because I trusted my intuition. Once you start trusting your intuition, the universe can literally drop it at your doorstep. But if you don't trust your intuition, you won't see the package. Mic drop. The next tip is do not settle for less. Do not settle for less than what you want. We can often think, good enough, this is good enough. But I heard this really interesting quote from someone, and it was, the universe gives you 60%. The universe gives you 70%. The universe will always give you 100% if you are willing to wait for that. You can accept the 70%. You can accept the 60%, but when you realize that you are not going to settle for less than 100%, that sends a signal to the universe. You know your worth, you know what you want, and you will not settle for less than that in which you want. I had people come in and out of my life between me and my soul sister, and I was like, no, these people aren't aligned for me, and I just didn't let them in. And because I didn't let them in, then my friend came in, because I still had space, like we talked about before, for her to come in. The universe really knows what you want deep down. You just need to get clear on it yourself. When you are clear, then the universe knows exactly what you want. But when you are like, you know, this person's okay, this toxic person that I'm friends with, they're like okay, and I'm kind of accepting them, then the universe is like, oh, okay, we'll just let it go with that. You know, when you don't accept that, when you don't accept, you know your worth, you don't accept that, you make it clear to the universe, this is what I want, these are the qualities, I know I'm worthy of that, I've made space for them, that is when they can come in. I'm going to quickly explain the manifestation techniques that I use. The first one is probably my favorite one. I do this with every specific person that I want to meet. So you want to write down all the qualities. This can be as crazy and irrelevant as you like. Driven, pretty, like that was important to me, I'm sorry, has good fashion sense, likes music, supportive, emotional support. That's someone that I can do spiritual woo-woo shit with. And you know, still talking about this to this day, I'm still like, I really freaking manifested this. Like, she literally ticks every box. And this is just me not boasting, this is me saying it's so possible for you. Write down whatever, literally whatever tiny detail you think comes to your mind, write it down. So if you don't really know what scripting is, it's basically writing out a scenario and feelings and things that you do. So for example, I wrote meditated together, so lucky and grateful to have my high vibe friends in my life, all this sort of thing, what you're gonna do together, how it makes you feel. Feeling is very important, so that's one of the tools I use, scripting. Then I used images for my vision board, pictures of us laughing together, having fun vacations together, things like that. And then when you have your vision board, you look at it every day or however often you want to look at it, and that's just another reminder to what you're manifesting. I also used a few affirmations, like I'm so grateful for my friends, I'm so grateful that I have emotional support from my friends, and I used these for about a month to 2 months, and then I just forgot about them. But with affirmations, when you do it over and over again repeatedly, it then ingrains in your subconscious mind. Affirmations as well is about feeling worthy for them. So when you program your subconscious mind, think that you already have them, so therefore you are worthy of them because it's already a part of your experience. I also need to emphasize how important shadow work is, and as I say, really believing that you are worthy of these things. We can often think, oh, law of attraction, if I think it, it will come to me. But there are actual blocks that you're not addressing, like worthiness of things and past experiences coming up. Your core beliefs are literally the baseline for manifesting, and once you've released those limiting beliefs, you've like released the block, and it's like flowing energy for you to receive. So I'm trying to think of a limiting belief I had. It's very hard to think of your limiting beliefs when you overcome them. because it's like that narrative doesn't play a role anymore. Something along the lines of not really having anyone I can count on for a long period of time. People always come and go out of my life. That kind of thinking, I would say. Also, just the fact that at the time I was like, there is no spiritual people around me. I know it's become a lot bigger in the last couple of years, but at that time there was no one. And I was like, how am I gonna find anyone? I'm sure you guys feel that way as well, even if it's not spirituality. Is there anyone out there that I'm actually gonna be compatible with? And it's such a crazy thought, but it does go through a lot of people's minds, so you're not alone. Think how many people are actually in the world that are similar to you. Like, it's just crazy how small-minded sometimes we get, because it's really not the case. These limiting beliefs come from somewhere. These limiting beliefs that are surfacing, like people always leave, that narrative stems from somewhere. Just keep reminding yourself of times when that happened, and when you get to the root cause of it, awareness is key. Once you become aware of it, that's 90% of the work. Then you just can use affirmations and do meditations on it, where you then can remove that block. It'll probably take a little while, but trust me, when you get on that, it works. That enables you to feel worthy, and you receive what you feel worthy of. If you think you're a high status person, you are going to attract other high status people. If you consider yourself a compassionate person and you feel worthy of receiving compassion from others, then you will get that. But even if you're a compassionate person and you don't feel worthy of receiving that from others, then you will most likely attract toxic people. You need to work on that worthiness wound. If that is the way you feel, and you don't feel like you are worthy of receiving that love, that is where you need to focus your attention on and heal that wound. There's so many freaking people in this world. There's so many freaking people in your country. There's so many opportunities for you to meet people online. There is no reason for you not to get exactly what you want. I did, and I'm pretty happy about it. So I'm sharing with you guys because I want to help you. I want to help you live your most loving, free, successful, high vibe spiritual life. If this video has helped you at all, if you've enjoyed it, if you found it entertaining, or even if you just like my sign, please leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn the bell notification on if you want to be alerted of new videos just like this, and goodbye.